giving some financial advice, right? And I did a early claim
listened.
of hyper, right? And that wasn't a good. Anybody that's talking about early claims, I'm always in the chats. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't, unless it was some ridiculous reason, emergency thing. Just don't do it.
No.
Even if the ROI is negative, just let your miners mature, get your tokens. You saw what Hyper's done before. I think we're going to see something spectacular with it.
Yes.
So yeah, Titanx goes back to a 3-1. I don't see why that's FUD, man.
I like it. Don't think small. Let's go big.
Yeah, we're thinking Hyper's leverage on Titanx. Okay, so we're going to build on Hyper. So, theoretically, that would make Warp turbo leverage on Titanx.
Yeah.
So
we're going to be managing a lot of liquidity pools. We're going to be creating a lot of liquidity pools to keep things within our token and not sell down others.
Oh, that's also
other main pools.
You should talk about that. Talk about it a little bit because that's very important. Very important.
So I mean, it's it's going to be interesting though, because it's we're going to be splitting. We're going to be splitting a lot of different LPs, but we're going to be doing a lot we're going to have to pay a lot of attention to how we're making sure that those stay thick enough, right, to be able to handle the transactions we want going through them, but also putting the buy pressure that we want on the main pairs themselves as well. So we want ETH buying X28, right? We want X28 buying Hyper, which is going to be really interesting to see how that all works out when it's all interconnected. So yeah. We have it allocated within the protocol to give us the power that we need to be able to manage the LPs. And, we're bringing the Titans of LP name along with it. So we got a lot riding on this and reputation as well. So we want to make this work for us. We want to make it work for everybody. And we want to make it work for the Titanx ecosystem. So I think we got some really magic. Johnny, do you have anything to say extra about that?
No, I think what's really important is for people to understand that we're not going to be selling down any of the main pairs. We are opening up our own liquidity pools, and we are going to be doing all the swapping, burning, stuff like that through our own liquidity pools. So we're taking the heat on all of it. Right. So if this is super successful, fantastic. If it's not, no other protocol is going to get affected other than us. So, we wanted to do that we're being very strategic on obviously our liquidity, how we're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
We got a couple tricks up our sleeve for sure, but just know that all the routing and stuff, we're not going to be selling down there's not going to be selling down of any of the main pairs. So you don't have to worry about any of that.
And I think we're going to be the first to open the ETH X28 pair, right?
Yeah. I don't think I haven't checked.
And we're going to have to open up the X28 Hyper pair.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff through our own liquidity pools.
I mean, why wouldn't there? I mean, if you're talking about Hyper being the original build on Titanx, well, it was. I was looking back on this, Mo. It's funny because you look at the progression. It's Titanx, and actually Rudy's in there before anybody else, right? With Titan Legends.
Oh, Titan Legends, yeah.
And then Dragon X came, and then Hyper. Oh wait, sorry, dude.
Helios.
To the dude, yeah, Helios. But Dragon X, Helios, Hyper, right? I think that's. Am I getting my my Titanx?
I believe Blaze was before Hyper.
Holy crap! Okay, guys.
Take 5. Right, ready? I'm gonna give you the order. I think this is the order: Titanx, Titans of Battle.
Yes.
Titan Legends, Dragon X. Dragon X, then Helios, then Blaze, then Hyper.
Yeah, we're such nerds.
I think that's
Oh God. Well done.
Ted, have you had a chance to go over the warp white paper at all?
No, I have not. I've been up to my eyeballs in other projects, but when I saw this, I wanted to jump on and get up to speed, and I'm going to definitely read it with what I'm hearing.
It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. We try to keep it as simple as possible. It's perpetual auction, right, which everyone knows about.
Yeah.
Couple differences, key differences. Instead of just one input token, there's going to be 4, right? And then instead of being able to come in with 1 minute left and then immediately claim and dump, if you come in the first 12 hours, when the auction day cycles through, you can claim in the first 12 hours. If you come in the last 12 hours, you'll be able to claim in the last 12 hours of the next auction day. Yep. That's going to be huge because that keeps this like anti-bot, right? So bots can't come in
23 hours, like, 59 minutes and 30 seconds, you know.
I mean, you could come in at the last second, but you won't be able to you won't be able to do anything.
Nuke 1 second later. Yeah.
No. So it'll be very interesting to see if the majority of participation is in the first half of the day as opposed to the last half, right? So
that's a great dynamic to put in there. I mean, it's really it's a great deterrent, especially for the bots. And
right, and that was our big thing.
Exactly, and that's nice. It's nice to know that you put that thought into this, because I mean, it sounds very familiar to me with what happens to be under the hood of what I'm working on. So
nice,
it's good. Right. I mean, it's a great strategy, and it'd be interesting to see how it works out. You're right.
Yeah, and then to counter that, right? Because we're like, oh man, we're gonna piss some people off if we just do the 12 and 12, right? So then we're like, you know what? Let's throw in a degen 2-hour degen auction and let all the degens, all the whales that want to play the whale games, all the people that want to do the compounding thing, whatever, you could still do that. You could do that with Tank. And why not, if you're already farming and you're making like, I don't know, $80, $100 every few days, you just want to save some up. Okay, now you know what you can do with it. You can come directly in. You don't have to swap it for anything else. You can just go, boom, shoot directly in. So
I can't wait to see what our posts are going to be like those days. It's time to slam your Tank into the auction.
Tank round.
It's gonna be, yeah. There's a lot of game theory behind that, as well as memeability for sure.
There's some drinking games you're gonna do every time someone says Tink.
Shrey's saying 30% to Genesis, no expectations. That's
30% to Genesis.
Someone needs to release a protocol called Genesis. It's like 100%.
Where it all begins.
No expectations. That's
I can make a really good joke from someone that did one of those on another chain and called it something like that.
Shrey said he's been saving his Tank. Shrey's been saving his Tank since day one.
Oh my God.
Do a degen hour live stream for Warp. Absolutely, dude.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's what we have to do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna start, just so everybody, is this I think we can say, our plan is 12 p.m. Eastern for the start of every day. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, because we want to give the people on the West Coast, like we want to give the Moes of the world. We don't want to have you. We don't need you to, we don't want you to have to wake up at like 5 a.m. to start making moves, because we all know that
cough Blaze.
Yeah. So that means the Tink auction is going to be 10 o'clock in the morning every day, Eastern time.
Okay, that's cool. That's actually wild. So I get to wake up and watch a degen hour to start my day.
Yeah, how about that?
From now on, that's legit.
We're bringing degen to the mornings. Yeah, well, the regular
degen in the morning,
not the degen 3 a.m. Right? It's like
degen in the morning with Nathan and John.
We get like three random people that are like, "Fuck yeah, I'm in."
FM 97.3.
Gway's down to 3. Yeah.
Shrey's going to enter this auction. It's going to go from like 1,200% ROI to like 3% ROI every day. It's going to be awesome. We'll be like, oh, there goes Shrey.
Luke.
Be like,
No,
yeah,
Luke.
What's the spread here? Oh, it's Ray.
I was legit doing that when I was looking at a Titanx Hub Premium. Shout out Mike Dean. If you guys need, use the code DOGGO, get 10% off Mike Dean's Titanx Premium.
Seriously?
But I was, yeah, bro.
That's amazing.
Get 10% off. But I was looking at the at the stakes and all the biggest stakers still in Titanx. And I looked at one that was just like, I was like, get the oh, it's Shrey. That's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like protocol, Shrey, protocol.
Protocol, Shrey. Oh, yeah, I get it now.
Oh, and Shrey and Shrey did post he needs 5% of the supply. Well, here's a fun, interesting fact. Another cool thing, what we're doing is we're not starting with 1 billion, we're starting with 700 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yep. So
we'll see how it goes. Yeah, 7 days. It's going to be 1 week, and buy and burn starts. Buy and burn. Plan for buy and burn to start day 2. But we're going to be a little bit more dynamic with our buy and burn. So
yes,
we're not going to have a constant set figure per day of every 5 minutes known. We're going to want to adapt with the market, with what's going on in the charts, and make it last as long as we can, but also do it at the right times.
You're going to make it last as long as you can. Because in my head, I was like, because you're not going to blow the buy and burn all in one shot.
We are.
Nope, we're going to make it last as long as we can.
It's going to go for 2 days. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Guys, warp. It's called warp.
Let's go. No, but there's definitely some game theory to it for sure. But what really resonated with me was one of Jake's earlier streams when he was talking about why he did it that way with Titanx. And it makes a lot of sense. It makes you very, very hard to mev attack. That's our biggest thing, right? So it's hard to, it makes it almost impossible to mev attack. But also, if Gwei is really high, we don't necessarily want people to like sit there trying to figure out, oh, do I have enough money to hit this buy and burn? We don't want anyone to lose any money hitting these buy and burns. So what we're also going to be doing is playing around with the reward that you get, because we want to always make sure that if you call that buy and burn, you're not going to have to pay $1 to do it. That's one of our biggest things. So even if that's like 1.5% or 1.75%, right? Instead of just a straight flat 1% reward, right? Because gas could be pretty crazy. We don't know what gas is going to be. It could be pretty crazy. That's the other thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we want to give you a reason to hit the buy and burn, and no one's going to hit it. No one's going to hit it if it costs $50 to hit it and you get $30 in return. You know what I mean? So I really like that. I really like that.
There was a way you could code into it to like
do that
some way where you made it like only the user, like I had it in my head where I was like, is there any way you could code it so that it would only accept, or maybe something like you only accept 1 buy and burn per address a day or something like that? Would that be a way to maybe get it?
I mean, it could be, but it's like, okay, how far are you stepping out from the realm of DeFi by doing that? Like, because then you're starting to kind of like, that's like a soft blacklist. Or that's like a soft, you know what I mean? That would be kind of
how
like
would that show up on the audits? Yeah.
That's
right.
A good point.
It's like you're allowed to do it but once, and then you're going to get people trying to game the system and create 75 wallets we don't want you to have to do that. You know what I mean? That's why we're trying to keep
someone will make 100 different wallets to put 100 different mev bots on, and they're like, I I got it every hour of every day. It's still me.
Right.
Like,
And that's it. And honestly, if you look at all the different like mechanics that we have going on, like we're trying to make this as anti-mev bot as possible. So being able to control the buy and burn, being able to control the user reward, and then doing everything through our own LPs, because we're going to be able to, it's a lot easier to actively manage the LPs that we're starting, right? And then cool fact, we also have this awesome group, Titans of LP, with 700 members in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it'll be a great opportunity for them when they're like, what should I LP? What should I LP? It's very easy to be like, hey, you guys can come check this out. It's a very easy onboarding process from there. So we have, the Warp, Telegram, these guys are battle hardened. And then we have the Titans of LP, which Shrey is a friend of the channel. We have a bunch of big guys.
He's a friend of the program.
Friend of the channel. Your friend Sami, shout out. This guy, bro, this guy's off his rocker, man. But yeah, so we're going to have a lot of big guys that are, that have our back, that are going to want to join. And that could be a really fun place to play around if LPing is your thing. Friendly whale indeed.
It's Free Willy.
I'm gonna start calling Shrey Slay OX. This guy just fucking slays. It's like I have 57 LPs going on right now. I'm like, dude, how do you manage your life, bro? Like
there was a moment where he was like, oh, I have a trillion Titanx or something like that, and then I was like, really, seriously? And he was like, well, that's what's in my. He goes, that's what's in my LPs. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's just the LP.
Yeah. Like, well, I lost that D measuring contest.
Yeah. He's like, it's over. I'm like, impressive. Damn it.
Yeah. But it's okay. If you play your cards right, you can be a Shrey next cycle. You might not be Shrey this cycle, but if you play your cards right, and you don't fondle your soap in the shower like an idiot. Buy, hold, strong conviction.
What should you do with your soap in the shower?
Use it as soap and not use it to fondle. You know what I mean?
I failed that test.
Just wash yourself, bro.
Don't play with it. Showers.
Yeah, you need bar soap that says Tink on it.
Oh, nice. See, this guy's just full of good. These guys got zingers all day.
There you go. We need.
Wait a minute. Okay. No, we need a Titanx store where like these moments you can actually, like the ready to print stores for shirts and hats. Okay, let's get a bar of soap with some fucking Tink written on it. I'll buy that.
I would too.
I'll wash myself with some Tink every
$8.88.
Remove your stink with Tink.
With Tink. Oh my god, that's amazing.
All right, hold on. Let me see if the
custom soaps. Are we actually doing that?
You want lavender? Oh yeah.
.com.
Can I get lemon sage for mine?
Yes, lemon sage. Nice, bro.
Yeah, bro. That or eucalyptus. Give me those two.
Mm.
Why don't we have soap?
Tink yourself clean.
Right. Why don't we have soap?
Shrey's gonna make me cough, dude. I don't even have a cough.
He's like, I don't even smoke. I'm coughing now. Clean yourself with some Tink. Fucking
hell yeah. Man. Clean yourself off.
Tink yourself clean.
That's what I was laughing at.
Backline right there.
Dude, we're gonna get some bars
of
soap
this
going.
Stream about soap? I will get my wife.
Let's go.
All right. So at the end of every stream, we need to have a 10-minute infomercial on Tink soap, and we can start getting the ladies.
Brought to you by Tink.
I exfoliate with Tink.
You can buy it for a penny.
Get your husband to buy some Titanx, and we'll get you some Tink soap on the side.
Sometimes I stink.
Every farmer washes his stink with Tink.
Yes.
Oh, wash your stink with Tink.
When I come home from a hard day of farming and mining,
You're a farmer and a miner?
Yeah. Well, you know,
bro. You got so much testosterone right now.
Like,
Well, are you not alpha male enough to be a miner and a farmer?
Dude, that is super alpha male, bro.
After a hard day in the mev pools,
dodging mev miners.
Oh God, I live in Kentucky, bro. I have like 8 friends with tractors. I can make a commercial happen.
Just do. I hope none of them have like tink lung, because that is kind of dangerous.
Bath bombs. Bath bombs are good.
Tink lung. You get the tink lung.
Oh, tink
in the tink mines.
Eat bomb,
X28. I'm gonna tink my stink.
What scent would X28 be if it were a fragrance? You know,
X28
charcoal.
It almost sounds
fucking charcoal.
Yeah.
5W30.
5W30. That's it.
Anyone who's joined the stream in the last 5 minutes legit has no fucking idea what's going on right now.
Like, I came to learn about a build on Titanx, build on Hyper protocol.
Fucking soap and WD-40 and what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
All right. We got a good
We'll
question here. This is a good question.
All right.
This is a good question.
Sorry.
This is a great question.
I have
hyper for warp.
You have for warp. We'll give it to you. We're not going to call that out. Which one protocol right now would you guys recommend looking into?
Wrap up your tink, get into warp.
Wrap that tink. Get it ready, man. I'll tell you what, the dude would be real remiss if I didn't say he has an easy button for this exact moment.
Yeah.
Called Element 280.
Yeah.
Good starting point.
It is.
But he already has hyper for warp. Which protocol right now would you guys go into? It's a good question.
We could go around the horn. Is that what we're doing here?
Okay, fuck it. Johnny, what would you do in this situation? Not financial advice, hypotheticals purely only, and you can't say I'm going to buy 5K of some random degen coin.
This is what I would do. 100%. Okay. If I had $5,000 and I wanted to go into something. Now, some people will say you could put 1,000 over here, 1,000 over here, 1,000 over here, 1,000 over here. That's not what I'm doing with it. What I'm doing with it is I'm looking at the charts. I'm going to go to every single chart. So first thing you do is go on either Deck Screen or Dex Tools and make sure you put on your favorites, put every single chart in the Titanx ecosystem, put that on. Okay. I want you to put on, don't look at the crackhead hourly chart. Look at the weekly chart, put on the weekly chart. Okay.
15 seconds.
Put it on Bollinger Bands and RSI. Those are the only 2 indicators you need. And then put it on Super Trend. Okay. What I'm looking for, what I would be looking for is I would be looking for something that is absolutely distressed. Okay. So another thing you can do while you're looking at the charts is go into Telegram. I'm going to go into the telegrams of every single coin. And I'm just going to look. I'm just going to observe where are the most people talking shit, because they will. Every single protocol that comes out, you have a lot of people whining. Okay. Where are they whining the hardest? That's what I'm putting my $5,000 into. 100%. The people that whine the hardest, that's how you know the bottom's pretty much, the local bottom is probably in very close. We saw that with Viper. What was it, 2 weeks ago? Right. I was in the Vault chat and people were like, not everybody, obviously not the OGs, but you'll see some people just freaking out. And I was like, Viper's like that. I was like, Viper's about to go yard. What happened? A couple days later, would it go up 100%? Just like that. So I'm not saying get in and then nuke it. That's not what I'm saying. But if you buy in the depression and you just hold it, the idea is buy and hold. And if you hold it through the market cycle, generally speaking, more times than none, you usually, not financial advice, but you usually will have more money coming out of the cycle than you have going into the cycle. Generally, that's been the way to make the most gains is you buy something and you just hold it. Don't trade it. Don't sit here and chase new things with it. Just buy it, hold it. And then if you want to get into something else, okay, cool. Use other money for that. Use other money, either from your income or from farming or from LPing or whatever. Use that to get into the new stuff. Don't take the money that you have in your strong conviction play and dump a green candle to go chase something else, because that 95% of the time, that is what is going to get you wrecked. I think there was a pretty interesting statistic about traders in crypto. And this also works because I come from the stock market game. So in the stock market, people that try to do like day trading, 90% of day traders, and I can almost imagine, I have to imagine this goes for crypto as well. 90% of day traders will nuke their account in 3 months, 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
They will nuke their account. Doesn't matter if you have $1,000, doesn't matter if you have 100,000. If you try trading in this game, you will nuke your account. And crypto, so in the stock market, the odds are terrible that you're going to make it as a trader. Crypto is even worse, because at least in the stock market, the liquidity is like hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay. So if someone nukes a $1 million Tesla, they nuke $1 million in Tesla, the price of Tesla doesn't nuke 75%. But if you go to crypto, where people have, this shiny object syndrome, right? You got a bunch of 30, 20 and 30-year-olds, right? With a lot of money. These guys can nuke at any given time. That's why I don't like stare at the charts and try to do TA a lot on crypto, because all it takes is one whale to just be like, nope, I don't care, sell. And then that's wrecked. TA doesn't matter at that point. There's not enough liquidity for TA to be like a very good indicator of what's going to happen. That's why I just say, buy in the depression, sell in the euphoria. You buy now. You have like a small window of time to get your shit together, right? Because we're in the bull run now. It's about to start pumping for like the next 100 days. Pretty much is going to be this. So you need to get in your conviction plays now. Don't wait. Get in something now and then just hold it. Hold the sumbitch. That's the hardest part for most people, is just getting something and holding it. That was a really long answer to your question. I apologize.
Happy Gilmore, when he does the speech on stage and the guy's like, in no point during all that rambling did you ever make a clear, like, and all of us are dumber for having listened. I feel like the exact opposite on that right now. I'm like,
oh,
Johnny, that was single most intelligent and well thought out answer I've ever heard. It was so intelligent that at no point am I ever able to truly grasp what you just said. And I'm going to have to rewind this over and over and over to do that. God help me. No, that was awesome, dude. That was a perfect answer. I was going to tell people to write every protocol down and put it on a dartboard, blindfold yourself, and chuck the dart.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Absolutely, you could do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I should have gone first.
That was great.
Well, I'll piggyback on Johnny, because it's textbook. When you said deck screener and everything, I'll go in. I got it all set up, and right now, if I had $5,000, I'm serious. I'd do a big sweep through the whole ecosystem, and I'd look at the weeklies and really pay attention, and I'd be scooping deals, man. I mean, but I don't know if I'd put it all 5,000 into one. I'd probably split it in half, so I'd go 25, and I would just really hunker down and find the best deal, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just waiting, and just holding.
Yep. Johnny, you got a fan.
Mr. Rock Jockey knows what the hell time it is.
Johnny talk time.
I appreciate that pulse sign. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I see you over there. I see Pulse Chain. That's what's up. We're friendly to Pulse Chain people.
I love Pulse Chain. I was there first.
So don't count out. So I didn't forget was it DeFi that asked that question originally? Don't count out Volt, right? It's gonna have its day again. And just pay attention to X28 and Shogun. Those are some good opportunities right now. I just went back in the Shogun auction Because it's like you get an hour 10 minutes out. Everybody else right now that's watching Shogun, they're like an hour 10 minutes out. They're like 50% ROI. You gotta get in there, and then you watch what happens in the last 10 seconds. 55% ROI right now. Then people are going to come in with their 100 billion.
All the people that
coming in.
Anyone that's listening to this right now is silently cursing Nathan for saying,
like, "Shut."
There's a 55%.
They're like, "Stop
I was gonna get it." No,
why don't you just do your mod shit and don't talk about it?
Stay in your Telegram group.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Shogun's not watching Warp right now, are they?
Mo, what would you do? $5,000 and you had a gun pointed to your head.
I would buy a new camera and start an OnlyFans account.
Fucking let's go, baby. I'd be your first subscriber, dude. I don't even know what you're doing, but I want to see it.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, big boys. I got some free time.
I'd go to China and spend it on soap."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend it on Titanx soap very soon.
Whoa! What's
you just got 50,000 D underlined.
He gave me 50,000 dong.
No way.
You got dong.
Yeah, this is.
Oh wait, that's where it happened. That's what his dong is from the Vietnamese dong.
Hey, I guess that means
guy.
that is official now. My monetization has come back.
Oh my god!
Oh, did you not? know
there you go.
I got the message this morning that they were like, "Yeah, you can reapply to get it back today."
Are you gonna split that dong with us? Are we gonna sit around the table and chop up some dong? Okay.
I don't believe there's enough dong for the four of us.
There ain't enough
50,000. How much is that? Yeah, we got piles of tink and piles of.
Don't look it up because I want to say it's $50,000.
Yeah, you are.
Don't look it up.
Pulse Jiu-Jitsu with Fast Abdul. Thank you for that, man.
Fast Abdul.
on behalf of Mo, I will tell you.
That's
I'm here for the check. Yes, aren't we? That's what we're here for.
D-Fly Turbo. That's a great one to look at for sure.
Shout out though, Pulse Jiu-Jitsu, Fast Abdul. I appreciate you very much. That will go towards the next giveaway. Now that I have monetization back, I get to do community giveaways, and I'm super psyched about that.
So I got my first hat from a giveaway that you did.
I think. Did you get a hat also, Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I got my Titanx hat. It's behind
Thanks
my
to Marco. I gave away so many hats from Marco the Hexagon that he got so popular. He's like, "I'm not making hats anymore." I don't know. I just made that up.
His hats are.
If that was him, though, I'd stop making hats because I think he's about to bring out some banger protocols.
Is he? I heard. Yeah. I remember hearing something about it like months ago, and then there he goes. Let's go, Ted.
There we go.
Nice. Let's fuck.
It's looking good, bud.
Nice job.
Thank you, Mo.
Thank Marco.
Thank Marco. Oh yeah.
Bribe well spent. Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hey Mo.
Yeah, talk to me.
I think I gotta head out.
Loser.
Yeah, I know. I gotta do the QT with the wife.
Yeah. Fine, real life.
Yeah. I mean, I mainly talk about Tink with her. So I was telling her about like we're gonna go on the stream and we're gonna just laugh about the word Tink for like an hour, and she's like, that doesn't make any sense. She's like, Tink isn't a thing. She's like,
it is now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is.
She's gonna watch the replay tomorrow and be like, you guys are idiots.
Yeah. I told her, I said, you could be watching this live upstairs right now. Like,
I show my daughter, she's 5. I'm like, you want to see daddy with his friends on TV? And she'll be like, okay. And then I'll put it on. And 3 seconds later, she's like, Daddy, this is boring.
I want cartoons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, my son still can't believe he's had me replay the monkey with his voice saying warp is going to melt faces. I had to play that for him 100 times today.
I forgot.
Oh, Ted, you're gonna like this, bud.
I can.
What's that?
You're gonna you'll like this. Mo's gonna bring it up.
Hang on. Wait.
We were playing around with some voiceovers.
Not the CryptoPunk, by the way, because I love his work. My background, Johnny's background, all our marketing material. CryptoPunk's great.
Wait, I may have to download this one more time. I thought I already did.
Johnny, your background, we should have him do. So it's like the hand, the one that's actually moving, the hand going in. It should be like warp, and like it's like doing these really cool like sci-fi, like turning the dials for like X28, and then ETH, and then hyper. When it gets to the pink one, the finger just starts going like.
It's got the twitch.
It's like ding.
How do you type that? How would you type that into AI?
The AI, like, yeah, it's like make it.
Oh, you do the when you get on the, when you land on take, do the come hither,
like,
very rapid,
lightly fondle in a futuristic sense.
All right, I got it. You ready?
Yeah, here we go.
Warp is going to melt faces.
There he is.
Nice.
That's Nathan's son.
Why we've gone off this end of monkeys and bananas being our representation of warp? I love it. I don't know why.
Warp is going to melt faces.
Oh, I can't wait. I love it. Son that tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, you are famous now.
Dude on the right's awesome, man.
And you look like a monkey.
Yeah, actually, it's all good. It's awesome. I love it. I love that you use your son in there.
That is cool.
I was gonna say the whole world was a lie if you were like it's AI. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
You even had the AI do the lip animation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently it's a little bit difficult to get it to match up, but our guy did it.
Give it a couple months.
It is tough.
Yeah, give it a couple months.
Everything's going so damn fast. Like
we're all gonna just be like superimposed whatever I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I have long said that that the only way you're gonna know anyone's real anymore is the fucking guys who have like just no sense of what they're doing. They're like picking their nose and picking their ears.
Yeah.
Like,
What's the Bruce Willis movie where it was that Surrogate? Wasn't that one? Where it's like he's the traditional like that like it's like your Will Smith in iRobot. He's like, I hate robots, but it's like Bruce Willis is the guy in that movie where it's like he doesn't put his or he chooses to like pull out of like putting your consciousness into your avatar that walks around for you in the world. And he's like this like old guy walking around where everybody's like in their like robot like bodies, like but they're controlling him from home. It's a good movie. You should watch it.
Okay. Next time we review a movie, you're not doing it. That was terrible.
Yeah.
What's the movie called?
I think it's called I'll have to look it up. I thought that one was called Surrogate. It's Bruce Willis, a sci-fi movie from the. I thought somebody was maybe chatting it in. I'm like the only one that watched it. I guess I don't know.
I thought Surrogate was the one about the kid that died, and they got a new one. Like they got like an exact replica of their kid.
It is I'm sorry, maybe it is a surrogate, but Surrogates is the movie I'm talking about from 2009. Everybody's laying in their beds at home, walking around in a robot version of them, or an AI robot, version of themselves that like you.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a check. Check it out. Check it out.
Okay. I might check it out tonight.
I'm like, how does this guy bust out with a Bruce Willis movie that no one's seen? No one knows what he's talking about.
I've heard of it for sure.
I think I have too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch movies though anymore. It's so hard for me. Like I'm so into crypto. I'm like, you want me to sit in front of a fucking TV?
Yeah, well, my wife can't believe that I watch
crypto.
That I watch as many movies as I do, and I was like, I don't really watch movies. I get like these. I do these 5 to 10 minute chunks until I finish the movie, like throughout like a week. Too.
Yeah.
But it's always fun. Come back.
Except Arcane and Blue Eye Samurai.
Oh man, those go on benders.
Highly recommend.
Check out Secret Levels on Prime now. That's video game based episodes. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
No.
What's it called? Not gonna do it. Secret Level.
Secret Level. All right.
It's like I start watching TV at like midnight.
Yeah, right.
All right, I'll tell you what. This is how I watch TV, and this is when I watch TV. This is fucking hilarious. It's hardly ever, and it'll be sometime that I'm like, all right, you know what? I got like an hour before I can go to bed.
Yeah,
right, let's sit down and so I'll turn it on, and whatever I pick, Netflix or Prime or whatever, I will search for 5 minutes, clicking on things, reading it.
I don't know.
And then
Is
I'll
it
be
worth my time?
I'm
Is
not
it
gonna
worth-
watch it.
Yeah.
Just turn it off. And that's how I go to bed. I literally
Too many
tire myself
options.
out just by looking at things that I'm not gonna watch ever. Or I'll do we'll add that to the list. I'll watch that next week.
Well, when it used to be that you got the DVD from Netflix, it was like the one thing you got in the mail. You're like, yes, I'm watching that.
Well, yeah, but I had no life back then. So I did
Bro, you're OG Netflix user.
Yeah.
I didn't have a subscription
I had
to Netflix when it was old
VHS
school.
Oh my God.
All right.
All right,
So,
gentlemen. We're at an hour and a half. You need to go back with your wife.
Yep.
Johnny, how you doing?
I'm chilling, bro.
He's like, I'm ready for a day. Let's fucking go.
I thought we were doing a stream here.
Oh,
Ah! Ah!
That was the warm up. That was the aperitif.
oh man.
We haven't even gotten into what fragrant we're
You
going to
should
use.
have like
for
flipped
tea.
off the headphones and been
Right.
like, "Fuck this." Just fucking stormed out.
Are we going lavender or what?
I'm saying
we could do honeydew drops or something.
Yeah, honeydew drop tea
Ooh,
fragrance.
honeydew
Yeah.
drop, bro.
Honeydew drop. I got my ting soap.
By Menon.
Yeah.
Man.
or you just have the you go the route of Old Spice, right? And you just like have no idea if you actually just what you just watched, right? And it's like people like,
Oh yeah, ladies, look at your
yeah.
man. Now look at me. Now look back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he is not me.
Love it.
All right. Well,
All right.
Nathan, I appreciate you, brother.
yeah.
I'll
Are
let
you
you
guys
go.
hanging out? Because that's good. You think you
Yeah.
should if you're gonna do
I
that.
can.
I'll
If
Do we
you
have your
guys want it.
permission? Can we do that? Is it okay?
Yeah. I'll
Can I
back
borrow
out.
him for a little bit
I'll
longer?
hand,
I'll
I'm gonna hand the warp reins over to Johnny. He's got it.
I'll have him
That's
back by
right.
midnight.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. That sounds great.
I
do you
mean,
know
okay.
do you know it's midnight? Do you know where your children are? Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not
I
going to
just-
guarantee I won't go to second
Was
base.
that you?
with
Was that
I
you?
got,
Did you
I,
get the
I got
text?
the text. I got the text.
QT time with Tank. Let's go.
them.
Let's
You're
go.
fucking late, motherfucker.
All right,
Let's
guys.
go.
I promised an
Shaking it
hour.
more than 5 times
She
and playing
knows.
with it.
Yeah. All right.
Now he's nervous.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I really
Wait, where are you
appreciate
going?
it. What? Wait. I've worked up quite a.
Wait, I've been looking at
stank.
soap. You leaving?
Yeah. So I got to go.
All
yeah.
right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Peace out.
Until next
Peace out,
time.
brother.
Peace.
And then
Fun
those
man.
three.
Fun man.
He's a good guy. I don't know,
He's a
though.
good
All
guy.
those in real life issues he keeps having. It's fucking bullshit.
The family thing, dude. It's hard. It's rough. Luckily, mine like goes to bed at like 8. It's like a hard stop at 8 for everyone in my family. My wife goes to bed at 8. My kids, my daughter's been asleep since 8. Only the 2-year-old, that's the one that takes forever.
I was going to be like, if you drug them, it doesn't count.
No, she's resistant, bro. I tried.
Oh, wow.
I tried. I gave her
Benadryl.
4, bro. I gave her 4 melatonin. I gave her 4 melatonin gummies the other day. Plowed right through it and looked at me like I was an asshole. She's like, "What else? What else you got for me, dude?"
Yeah,
Daddy,
right.
let's go to a rave. Son of a bitch.
Bro, she's like immune to melatonin, bro. I've never seen it before.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
take 2 of their little gummies. These are kids' gummies. These aren't like 10 milligram gummies. They're just 1 milligram. I'll take 2 and they'll put me out. I'm 6'1", 220. This kid's a foot high, damn near.
Yeah, but
You know
how
what I
many
mean?
glasses of wine put you out? I'm just kidding.
Not a lot now. I don't really drink that much now, dude. I'm kind of boring now.
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie.
It's really lame how that happens. Where like you take a long time off, then you start. You're like,
But
I
you
look
know what
really
though?
cheap
I
drunk all
don't
of a sudden.
I don't really miss it. I don't miss it. I spent a lot of money back in the day, dude.
oh,
bars
don't even
and-
remind me,
Bro. Just bad.
Good Lord.
Yep. Should have put it in Bitcoin.
Mm.
If I put my money that I spent
Mm.
on chicks and drinking and dumb shit, oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Well, I tell you what, I did an experiment for 1 year, and for 1 year, and I mean, it was an experiment, but it was like I had it planned out ahead of time. Whereas basically, like I got a chance to go travel part of the world, and so I knew how much I needed up front, and I was like, I can come up with that every month, easy in my discretionary spending. However, it means I can't go out for like 9 months. And so literally for 9 months, I didn't go out fucking once.
Sounds perfect.
I traveled for 2 months at the end of the year. For 2 months, I ended up traveling all around the world. It was fucking amazing. So, I mean, cool. it can definitely be done. It's amazing what you'll save when you start not slinging them back and not going out all the time.
Every cent that I have that's expendable now, like, goes to this 100%.
Yep.
Because now I think in terms of like Titanx, right? It's like, okay, $500. How much fucking of this can I get with that? Or what can I do with $5? You know what I mean? That's how I think now. Mm-hmm. It's like, do I really need to pay that fucking electric bill? Yeah, it's like how long can I go before they start
the degen is back?
It's a thing. But when you're so into it, I mean, think if I was as good at pretty much anything else in my life as I am with this stuff, bro, I put so much time and effort into it, but it almost requires it. Yeah. It almost requires you to put time and effort into it because it's the people that don't pay attention. They just see a green candle. They see a chart on Coinbase or something. They're like, okay, cool. $1,000. And for a kid, that's a lot of money. And then it just nukes. And they're like, well, I guess this is crypto's a scam, blah, blah, blah. If you really know what you're doing, you could do so well with this stuff, man. It's really not rocket science.
But to know what you're doing, it's going to take time and it's going to take work.
It does. It does take time. And I mean, dude, I remember I used to laugh when I would watch Your Friend Saw Me. I still watch him every day. This guy's like, I do this 18 hours a day. This is all I do. And I would laugh. I'd be like, oh man, not like what a loser, but Jesus, like you have no life. Well, I work from home. So if I'm not actively doing work stuff, it's this, you know what I mean? And how many hours of the day? And then after work, it's this, it's like while I'm feeding my kids, I'm sitting here like on Telegram. I'm on, looking at charts. I'm checking out my positions. I'm looking at farms.
I'm cooking one-handed sometimes.
Bro. Being like, yeah, dude. It's super addicting, but not necessarily in a bad way. Because if you're not irresponsible with your money, right? If you're not irresponsible with your money and you're only using money that you can afford to lose, it's almost like, I don't know, I consider it more of a healthy addiction. There's way more things in life that are worse off to be addicted to. Drugs, alcohol, gambling. I mean, this could be considered a type of gambling, I guess, but at least this gives you a chance.
Out of all the addictions, this one could actually provide for your future.
It could provide for your future. It could provide for your family. Absolutely. It bought me a refrigerator. Remember base, LPing on base when Gwei was 200-300 on Ethereum. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, today I'm buying a refrigerator with my fees that I made because what the hell? Why not? You know what I mean? So it's things like that. If you really know what you're doing.
There's a way that I try and look at it. I try to explain it to some people, like how, like, and I'm not asking you guys, but I'm asking like a rhetorical. How much does anyone make in their fucking job? Okay. How many hours a week does that require in your job to come up with that, whatever it is, be it 50 grand at the end of the year, 60 grand, 100 grand, 150 grand. Okay. So you're going to get into crypto and you're like, I'm going to make $1 million, but I'm going to put zero fucking effort into it and zero time and zero work. If that's the amount of work you need to do in your life to make your salary, why do you not think it takes almost a proportional effort to do even better?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 100%.
So I never understand people who just bitch and moan all day, and you look at their accounts and they're never posting. They're never making content. They're never trying. They're just bitching all day. Like, well, I mean, you're not going to make $1 million assuming everyone's going to do your work.
Class of 2021, man. It's funny because you go in the Telegram chats, you can tell who the class of like 2017 or earlier is, and you can tell who the class of like 2021, 2022 is based on the questions that they ask. Because
100%
undervalued at these levels. I'm so ADD. Easily can go to $1 if no issues with lending and staking. ORX, dude. There's a great one. This is another good example of Okay, let me look at what's, dude, ORX. Did you see what it did? What was it yesterday? Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Whack. See you later.
Yep.
This is what I'm talking about. You need to look at, people need to be paying attention. Eden right now, 32%. 24 hours, it's up 32%.
Like, because everyone forgot what was happening there, and they were literally migrating the majority of the Lotus stakes into Eden. And no one, like, yeah, bro, you're about to have, you know, a $600,000-$700,000 stake in Eden now. Like, wait, what? Yeah. Were you paying attention, or did you just give up when there was a problem with Lotus?
Tank?
Oh, I gave up. I didn't.
I'm gonna throw some alpha. I'm gonna throw some alpha at you guys. One of my indicators on if we're at a bottom is I look at the price of Tink. So for the past couple months, whenever Tink got to like close to 50 cents, that usually marked the local bottom. Every single time. Every single time. Now, this time it went below that, but it got, dude, Tink got down to like 30 something cents, 38, 36 cents or something. It's at 48 cents right now.
Yeah.
So people just assume, they see Tink and they're like, oh, this is just like, you know, this is, I get this as a fee, so I'm just going to use it for something, right? But no one ever thinks, like, dude, you could literally buy a bag of Tink when we're in a depressed state, because out of everything, Tink usually goes up fastest and it goes up the hardest, which is really crazy to think about. Like, I use Tink as one of my absolute best bottom signals that I look at.
That's
great. And it's at 48 cents right now. A couple days ago, it was at like 30, 38 or something. Like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? If you can get down when it's like severely depressed. I mean, if you look back at like what happened on Pulse Chain, I know not everybody comes from the Pulse Chain world like me and you. But if you look back at what did the best the past like 2 years, like core coins, Richard Hart core coins, bro, Inc went from like, what was it? It was down to like 40 cents or something, shot up to $12 in like 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And that's inflationary. There's no burning, there's no nothing. I'm not knocking it, by the way.
No, I get it.
But
hey, D-Fly, just tell her you're gonna buy her some Tink soap. Tell her you're going to buy her some Tink soap and she'll be happy with you.
My wife is mad at me. Huge fight. So chilling on the couch. I hope it's not because of us.
Buy Tink soap. Tell her you're buying Tink soap. Lavender.
Hell yes. Lavender.
Takes the stink away.
Honeydew.
Eucalyptus. Mint and eucalyptus. She said I spent too much money on crypto, but I told her, do you want to retire? Hey, ooh. I'm not going to lie. Everyone's had that conversation with their significant other.
That's rough.
I'm lucky because my wife now, she gets it, because now she sees, you know, it's like, hey, I started off with, you know, this much money in December in the Titanx ecosystem, or November in the Titanx ecosystem. I'm now up to this. So she questions nothing now. Now she's like sending me houses on Zillow.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
You know what I mean? And
hang in there, D-Fly.
That's where I need your mindset to be. You know what I mean? I need you to be looking up cars and houses. That's because I know a lot of people, dude. And I feel so hard for the people that like their significant other just doesn't get it, and they're like, we could use $1,000 right now. You should take that out. Why aren't you taking that out? You need to take that out. So that's why it is important to have the conversation with your significant other and explain to her what it is you're doing, blah, blah. Let her see, or him, let them see the passion that you have for it and that you really know what you're doing, right? And let them see a couple of significant others that are no coiners that have no idea about crypto, bro, 2 green candles and they're instant believers.
Johnny, I totally agree with what you just said, because that's exactly what I went through with my wife, you know, with even the build and, you know, coming up with Mizuchi and everything and talking about that, you know, it's completely open with her. And, you know, I mean, from top to bottom, and she says that, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what? In all reality, she does kind of get it. She says certain things at times. It's like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
she's picking it up. And my daughter's very similar. She's gotten into it too. And I communicate with her a lot about it. But you're right about the spouse, man. I mean, it was a big decision because it's not cheap. If you want to build
Nope.
something, you got to
Oh no. It
you
is
got to be
not
clear.
cheap. It is not cheap. However, look at all the stuff that you've done, right? Look at the Titanx lounge that you have going on. Look at all the engagement that you're getting. Like every once in a while, it's okay it's not necessarily a flex, but it's like, hey, look what I'm doing over here. You know what I mean? And then they
Yeah.
get it. And then they're like, okay, this guy is so deep into this. Why would I want to throw a monkey wrench? And they see that you enjoy it. You're not out doing stupid shit with money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not making we call it red choices in our family because my daughter's 5. That's a red choice, green choice, right?
I love it.
You're not making red choices.
You're building future millionaires is what you're doing.
And you're an active participant in this thing that we're still new. We're still early. When you have people at the gas station asking you about Bitcoin and XRP, it's like, oh, we're still early. I'm good.
Yeah, right.
As soon as I have people being like, hey, I heard about this new, what's going on with Turbo and Volt? As soon as you hear people start asking you randomly about that, that's when you're like, up, top signal, know?
Yep, it's
That's
game
a
time
top
right
signal.
there.
Yeah. Like people are still hung up on, the top 5, the majors. Yeah. And until people, get off of that and understand what the hell DeFi is, like we're so early, man. We're so early.
I totally agree.
I wish I could have been earlier, but
oh yeah. I mean, the whole thing that you're talking about is true because and this was a while ago, but I think Tron released in 2017. Tron came out, and I stumbled across it around, I don't know, 2018, 2019, something like that. And I thought that's cool because when I was a kid, Tron, the original movie, was like super crazy.
yeah.
Like, wow, this is a really cool. And I thought, you know what, Tron, yeah, I'm just gonna buy it. What the hell? I like because of the name.
Is that
And I've
Justin Sun's
always
coin?
just kept buying it, just here and there, and then just recently, it's just woken up to a point where I'm like, hey, I'm pretty happy with what I've been doing since then. So
Yeah.
it was just a hold, and it was like so.
It was a super hold, but yeah. It was yeah.
It was tough. It was tough. There were times I did dump a little bit every now and then when I needed to, but now recently, geez, I was like, holy crap, thank you.
Yeah. He's made a big comeback. That's Justin Sun, right? Justin Sun's coin? Tron?
No, I was talking about the actual Tron TRX token.
What am I talking about?
You should be talking about the same one, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Tron.
Yeah. Yes. The name threw me off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think he was huge. Justin Sun was massive back in the day. And
did you see what he recently did?
He's having a huge resurgence because he kind of went zero dark 30 for a minute. What's he doing?
Did you see the banana thing?
Yeah.
When was it?
So it was just like a week or two ago. Yeah. Somewhere someone was selling an art exhibit of a banana duct taped to a wall.
I heard about that.
$1 million. He bought it, took it off the wall, and then just fucking ate it.
Yeah.
My dad told me about that, dude. How crazy is that? My dad's like 74.
Well, imagine being so fucking rich.
6.1 million you paid or something like that?
Something like it. Yeah, something wild.
It was something stupid. Yeah, I thought my dad said it was like $10 million or something.
It might have been, yeah. I didn't want to say 10 because that sounds stupid in my head, but yeah.
I mean, it is stupid. That's very stupid. But you know what? His $10 million could be 10 cents to me. So what do I know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, we're at an hour and 45. I got to wrap it up here in the next 15 minutes. So we got a little bit of time left, but I got to get going here eventually. Ted, why don't you talk about Mizuchi for a little bit?
I could do that.
Hit us.
I didn't want to shill in over
Johnny. No, man, we are open. I'm open shiller, bro.
Okay. It's actually a requirement on my stream to show your token.
Okay, well, yeah, Mizuchi's coming along very, very well. We got some artwork back today, which was stunningly, remarkably beautiful. White paper's ready to go. We'll be doing a white paper reveal this coming Saturday. And it's a nice, easy, clean design. It's a powerhouse. I will say that. We got it 88% burn. It's going to be nice. Buy, burn, and fuel is what we call it because it's a perpetual auction system as well.
Big fan.
Yeah, and
Big
so
fan.
and when you were talking about wave 1, wave 2, I was
Uh-huh.
like, all right, brother, because yeah, I mean we looked at that and but yeah, things are going really really well. Dev is doing good. Code is getting close, and we've already lined up some discussions and had talks with auditors. So things are going really, really well. I couldn't complain, can't complain. My partner Rudy, he's doing an amazing job as well. So yeah, I just can't really say too much right now. After Saturday, I'll talk all I can, but the
So
suspense I
tune in
want it to be
Saturday. What
meaningful.
time on Saturday?
4 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay.
Yeah, so we should have Jake on the stream. He said he'd be there. Obviously, our host, the Mr. Mo. Rudy will be on, and then I'll be there, and we'll leave the floor open for anybody that wants to come join. Obviously, I'll put something in the streamers chat.
I gotta make a link.
But yeah, we're super excited, and we're going back to the core of good old Titanx and dragons, and
Can I ask you a question?
yeah, go ahead.
No.
So when you were coming up with like your game theory and stuff, what made you and Rudy, or I don't know how much input either of you had when you guys were coming up, or if you were, it was like a pretty even collaboration, but what made you guys want to go the perpetual auction route?
Well, from the lessons learned from other protocols that we have in the ecos, we looked at that, and we wanted to make something that was going to be attainable for all. As in, this is kind of like it's a very very simple design as far as the UI, and the interface is great. But wanted to make something that was kind of an entry point, if you will, and you don't need a whole lot of money to do it. It's an avenue for exposure for the ecosystem for one. But the way we set up the mechanics and everything is that when they come in, obviously we'll have the input token is X28, Titanx, and ETH. So you can come in and engage that way. And then from there, if you want, you can acquire. We'll have NFTs that are liquid NFTs that will hold your Mizuchi token, MIZ tokens. And then basically set up after the 8-day minting, set up the perpetual auctions. And the way we've kind of structured it, we're hoping for a very long-term, successful project. That's the best way to say it. I can't get too heavy, dude.
No, I get it.
You're fine.
I was like to know, because I mean, if you look at the Titanx ecosystem, right? You know, you'll see a lot of people say, "Oh, this is a copy and paste. This is a copy and paste." It's like, dude, really? There's basically three main ways of distributing tokens, right? There's minting, mining, and auctions, right? And that's why I'm always really curious to hear other people that are doing auctions, like, why did you choose that? Because yeah, we were kind of the same way when with our thinking was, we know there's a lot of degens in this space, and degens want their coins not now but right now, right? And the other thing is so I guess the counter is, well, you could always just mint, that's cool. That's a 1-to-1. You're guaranteed that 1-to-1.
Mhm.
However, with auctioning, one of the reasons why we wanted to do it, and especially with the multiple inputs, big fan, by the way, you never know. You could get more than 1-to-1. You could get 20%, you get 10%, you get 3%. And now that you have more than one input token, the chances are kind of all over the place now, right?
Mhm.
So to me, and I think I heard Jake say this, or someone, I'm pretty sure it was either Jake or Steve. Someone was saying that out of all the different ways auctions have been shown to be like one of the best ways and the fairest way to distribute, because I mean, especially if you don't have $20,000 to chunk in on these protocols,
Right.
You might get lucky with $500, $600, $200, $300. That 300 could be 350, 400.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? When the auction's done.
Yep.
Right. Now it could go the other way. You could get a negative ROI. However, everything that I've seen, I have yet to see a protocol that just every single day is negative ROI. I haven't seen that in all the ones that Steve's done, Blaze, Flux, any kind of auction protocol. I've never seen just like negative. So there might be like 1 or 2 days that are negative, but I've never seen it like end negative and then go down from there.
Right.
I've never seen that. If it ends negative, it usually pops up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's a buy and burn.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely get into those details on Saturday, Johnny. That's
Cool,
for
man.
sure. But everything you're saying, spot. I mean, it's right on. So,
And I think, to be quite honest with you, Ted,
Mhm.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that, of like auction style with more than one input,
I agree.
because why the hell not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, it's less pressure in a way too.
100%.
Yeah, I mean it's engaging. So when you're mining, boom, you hit a button and you wait. You know,
Right.
Auctions, that's a whole nother ball game, man. I mean, if you don't feel like doing it for a while, just you need a couple days break, take a couple days break or whatever. I don't know,
Right.
but you can jump
Exactly.
right back in. You know.
Yeah. And since they're perpetual, and since there's more than one, this is the other thinking behind, at least for us, having more than one input. It almost demands participation, because who is going to go into your auction and see a 400% ROI and not be like,
no, I don't want it.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw some on this one, just see what happens, you know? So it almost demands participation.
Yeah. And the sustainability part, that was key. I mean, we
And you
really
said
wanted
ETH,
to make
you said ETH is going to be an input?
Yeah. ETH's an input too. Yeah.
Bro, let's go.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly.
That's people from outside the ecosystem that
Exactly.
are like, what should I get into?
Yep.
Bring it here, bro.
Yeah, it's at the front door,
Easy, but yeah, that's easy.
So
Come on in.
and the
Dude's
other
gonna
thing
want a
too
payment
is
for that.
the sustainability was just making sure that we had the mechanics right that this thing can last.
I get it. I get it. I get it. And yeah, that's the thing is like, I'd like to think that I can delay my gratification. I'm shit at delaying gratification, bro. I'm not good at it.
No.
I'm not good at delaying gratification for like 8 years, 6 years, because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Have you seen how they're driving nowadays? Bro, you got teenage girls that are just sitting there on their phone driving like 4,000-pound fucking missiles. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in 6 years.
Yeah.
And I always think of what could I have done with my money in that time?
Mhm.
And is it going to be more or is it going to be less than what I'm going to come out with in 6 years? I'm a big opportunity cost guy. That's my big thing. That's why I'm not a huge staker. I'm not a big staker. It's okay if you are. I'm just saying me
Yeah, I know somebody
personally.
who is.
Me personally, I'm not a huge staker because I don't that yield. Here's the thing, Mo. God damn it.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
Just talking with you.
I remember when Eric came out with Dragon X and he's like, we're gonna be staking, we're taking over. Everyone started throwing a hissy. That's how the Titans of LP group even started, was because I was like, hey guys, you can LP and make more money than staking anyway. A lot more money than staking. Like, a lot more. You know what I mean?
Excuse me.
Oh, look at this.
Do you have a cat too, Mo? I didn't know about cat. I knew about dog.
Excuse me. This guy just jumped up onto the table.
Excuse me. But yeah, so
fucking he opened the door and then jumped up onto the table.
He must be out of food.
Swear to God.
Must be out of food.
Oh, you know what? That's a great point. Yeah, I need to feed the cat.
He's out of food.
Yeah, I'll be there in a second, buddy.
Yeah, but that's like my big thing. So like that's my thing with staking is I've always been like, plus, dude, when you go through Hex and you live through that and you're staked and you see everyone else getting out at like 55 cents, then 50 cents, then 40 cents, then 35 cents.
Yeah,
and you're sitting here like, that's death by 1,000 cuts.
Exactly.
You know,
like, so that's why I didn't go all in on staking, despite my big stake that everyone saw wasn't even
right.
That had nothing to do with my bags.
Now, God bless Jake for making your ability to nuke your stakes.
Yeah.
Like that was probably one of the best things that he could have come out with, because think how hard people would be crying if Titanx did like some crazy run up and everyone's like, well, I'm fucking staked, so hope we're around and hope it stays at this price for 6 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now they get to
but it's gonna be the same thing, because they're gonna burn their stakes, but you can only burn them, for like another, I don't know, 10, 12, 13 days.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do have a small stake that I'm just gonna keep in there. I do have a small stake. It's like 500 million. It's like nothing. So I'm like, you know what? It's like worth like $400. Like, fuck it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one ride for the max length that I have it at. But yeah, so staking, it's not for me. It's not my thing. I would rather LP if I'm trying to make fees, or farm. Farming, I consider farming in the same group as LPing. But it's like if you're looking for rewards,
I think farming is a much safer idea. Dude, if you're into staking, just go into farming.
We're talking to farming, dude. We're talking going to farming.
Tank.
Fuck, get your tank. Did you see those tank APRs?
Yeah, bro, they're still legit.
I know. I'm saying. And that's not compounding. That is not including compounding. So if you only have like $1,200 and you're like, oh, I'll only make, $75 a week. Okay, cool. But if you keep chucking it back when Gwei is cheap, of course, and it makes sense to do it. But if you hold it and compound it back in, that shit adds up so fast. Mm-hmm. It adds up so fast.
Yep.
And no matter what, farming will always be, unless something tragic happens, farming will always be a better bang for your buck than putting your money in a savings account.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny you say that, because like when my kids were real young, Johnny, and I wanted to start introducing them to just the concept of money and blah, 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 I gave them both I gave them shoe boxes. And I said, whenever you get coins or whatever, you just throw them in here. Just throw them in here. Years went by, and they did it, And then finally, the first time I did it with my daughter. I said, go. It was a rainy Saturday or something. I said, go grab that box of coins that you have in your room. And she goes, why? I said, we're going to count it. And she's like, I don't want it. I'm like, trust me, you're going to want to count it. Go get it. So she went up. We spent like 2 hours sorting through pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, a whole ball of wax. In the end, she had like $200 some, and she was freaking out. She was freaking out. And she's like, I had no idea. And I said, see how easy that is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I'm gonna give you a little hint on that. I know a guy that does that, and he goes to Vegas every year
with his change.
Every year he comes out with at least $1,500, and he's like, "Wow, this is an easy 2 days in Vegas of just blowing money left and right." He's like,
"That's cool, though."
Just chucking my change into it every day, And then every year he gets a little cloud.
I'm a big fan of
an
that,
event
dude.
of it. Yeah, he
And
makes
you,
an
have,
event.
and you have a great time. It's $1,500
Yeah.
bucks. It's not gonna, ruin your life.
No.
You know what I mean?
You're like,
that's
fuck
cool.
it. We got 2 days in Vegas here. Let's fucking go.
Now $1,500 buys me.
And this is also like 15 years ago, so I don't know what it is now, but
I like what Johnny's doing.
$1,500 buys me into that Tank Titanx farm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing the same thing, bro.
That's how I'm thinking. But dude, good for you, man. Like if you could save your money and just have fun with it, that's cool. Now, if you plan on holding, right? If you've been listening to me and I say buy, hold for the cycle. If you plan on doing that, go to the farms page and see if there's a pair that you wouldn't mind holding throughout the cycle. And just stick it in there and don't worry about it. Just let it do its thing. Just let it do its thing. And you'd be very surprised how much tank you're going to have at the end of that.
That thing smells good.
And if you think tank, if you think tank is going to stay, at 48 cents with warp is going to be burning the piss out of tank. Ascendant is going to be burning the hell out of tank. And then who knows what else is going to come down the pipe. Those are the only two that I know of. But I'm sure more people are going to kind of see that and be like, oh, yeah, I get it. Right? So if you think tank is going to stay at 48 cents or lower, you're out of your damn mind. It absolutely, for sure, is going to do something. I don't know how high it can get to, but I know how high ink got to. And that's inflationary.
How high did you get?
Ink started, dude. Ink did the exact opposite. Ink, when Pulse Farms came out, bro, Ink started at like $88. Or it just shot up to like $88 and then kind of slowly came down. Yeah. And then it kind of bottomed and then it shot up to like $12. And it was just going. It was going. It shot up to like $11-12. And then the SEC FUD came out, and that's what dropped it. That's what dropped.
That's right.
When the Richard Hart SEC FUD came out, that dropped. But I mean, it was on a runner, and it was hilarious because everybody was like, "Who would have saw that coming?" The incentive token was the one that outperformed all of the core coins, not by a little, by a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 48 cents to $11. What is that in X's? That's a lot. That's like 20x or something close to like a 20x. Pulse and Pulse X are still below sacrifice.
Yep.
So a 20x versus like 60% down.
Tink's going to be the most important thing in this entire system. Once you give that thing support, the amount of effort that's going to get going inside the system if you keep those APRs going just on their own, you keep those supported, the amount of money that's going to keep flowing in to those farms, that's going to be constant buy support. Like, it's going to be so important.
Watch what happens when Tank gets back to $1. Watch what happens when Tank gets back to $1. You're going to see the farm, like the amount of people farming, you're going to see that shoot up. As Tank keeps going up, you're going to attract more people to farm. Now wait, what's going to happen when the whole ecosystem is just green candles, just printing green candles, right? Then other people from other ecosystems be like, hey, what the hell's going on here? Oh shit, they have farms. Oh, let's see what their bullshit APR is. Oh, wait a second. This one has a 140% APR in a bull run. What's their incentive token? Tank. Okay, let me look at it. Oh shit, it's deflationary. Oh shit, there's protocols burning it. Fuck. Like, this is kind of where my mindset is. This is where I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of the person that is going to be coming in, what they're going to be thinking about, what's going to make them want to come in. And if you have a very healthy farming system, we have our own bubbles now. Good point. But you have your own farming system. We have our own lending protocol very shortly here, right? Yeah. I mean, we're our own self-contained ecosystem. And obviously green candles are going to bring people here, but people will chase yield like nothing I've ever seen before in my life. And people will chase that tank yield. If you get that over $1, people are going to chase that. And the farms are just going to go absolutely bananas.
We have bubbles, man. That is so.
Hell yeah, we have bubbles.
We have.
Yeah, what do you think Tink soap makes? It makes bubbles.
That's right.
This keeps getting better by the minute.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
I love it.
I'm telling you.
All right.
So all the people out there that are like, hey, all these protocols are too similar, blah, blah, blah. You got to think about what the protocols are doing.
Yep.
Stop worrying about if it's an auction or a mint or a miner, because none of that shit matters. Because at the end of the day, what matters is, does it burn something in our ecosystem? The answer is yes. Okay. Maybe we should, second instead of second question, we should second guess. We should say, okay, let's go ahead and put our minds on what could happen in the future if everything is deflationary. Not just Titanx, not just X28, not just Shogun.
Right.
Everything in this ecosystem is deflationary.
It's a good point.
Just saying. Not a sermon, just a thought. Not a sermon, just a thought.
Not a sermon, just a thought. It's my crypto sermon of the day. I like it. Hallelujah, brother. Let's see. Yep. Let's do it. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's fucking go.
2 hours and 6 minutes, gentlemen. I think I got to wrap this up.
Wrap up your
I appreciate you guys very much for being here. I'm super excited for Warp. I'm super excited for Mizuchi. I'm excited for everything, man. We're in a wave that's just constantly going up to the stars. And, hey, we hit a little trough. Doesn't matter. We're still going up. So I can't wait to see where we're going. I can't wait to see where farms goes. I can't wait to see what happens when the aggregator comes in and starts really working for us.
Bro, we haven't even this is the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Let's
in the big picture we just started.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait. So, is there anything else we need to touch on? Anything else you guys want to say? Any last shout out to your kids, family, wife, anything, whatever?
No.
Shout out to my kids. Fuck those
kids. I've been sitting in front of this computer for 11 hours and 41 minutes.
That a boy. See, you got to put in the work.
You are a champion. That is what champions do.
Yep. So you can't fade a guy like that, dude. You can't fade someone that this is what they do.
You got to pound it.
That's right.
Right. But seriously, go get some rest.
Plants don't water themselves, people.
I like it.
Oh, look at this guy. Nice.
I like it. You water them with Tink.
That's right.
Tink water. All right, gentlemen, you guys have a great night.
Guys, have a good one. Everyone at home, have a great day. Have a great weekend coming up. We got a bunch of launches coming up. We got a bunch of streams coming up. We got the Mizuchi white paper stream on Saturday after the Phoenix launch. So please tune in and learn you something about some Mizuchi. Jake might be there. We'll see.
Ooh.
I think he's going to be there. All right. Guys, have a great day. Thank you all for tuning in.
Bye, buddy. See ya.
Peace.